Good morning to all. It's my privilege and honor to be here at Reva University. First of all, respected dignitaries on the dais, all the faculty members of Reva University, and the student friends, other participants who are witnessing this function today. It's the effort of all the well-meaning people to form something and to find some solution to the relevant and existing problems. Rotract, Rotary is one of those kind of efforts which came into force long ago and helping many needy people. In fact, I was very much impressed by the way you are conducting this function. COVID norms, social distance, mask, and I'm really happy about the very apt and brief introduction given about me especially. All the time it will be exaggeration and lot of attributes will be added to my personality which I don't deserve. I have nothing to say except a few advices. I am the result of education. I should say self-efforts, perseverance, and self-dignity, which has brought me to this level today. This age, especially graduation, post-graduation, is a formative age. Whatever we see, whatever we witness, whatever we read, and the surrounding that is whichever place you live, that decides most of the traits of your personality. Kannadadalli, Shastra, in tradition, there are few qualities which are mentioned as must qualities of a youngster. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಕರೆಯುವ ರೀತಿ ಧೃತಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ಗುಣ. ಧೃತಿ, ಕ್ಷಮ, ಧಮ, ಆಸ್ತೇಯಂ, ಶೌಚಂ, ಇಂದ್ರಿಯ ನಿಗ್ರಹ, ಸತ್ಯ, ವಿದ್ಯ, ಅಕ್ರೋಧಂ, ದಶಕಂ ಧರ್ಮಲಕ್ಷಣಂ. ಧೃತಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಎಂದೆಂದೂ ಸೋಲೊಪ್ಪದ ಗುಣ. While mentioning, your president said that paropakaartham idam shariram, power of giving. If a person is known for his deeds in the history, it's because of the work which he has done towards the society. Those people who have lived for themselves, or those people who have whatever they might be the billionaires, millionaires, they might be the brilliant brains on this earth, or they might be the well-spoken or whatever. If they work for themselves and their family, they will never be remembered. And our great history, tradition, always stood with those people who work for others. Dhriti anno, this quality tells that ಎಂದೆಂದೂ ಸೋಲೊಪ್ಪದ ಗುಣ. There is nothing which can defeat a human being. I always believed in it, and I imbibed in my personality, inculcated in day-to-day my activities, and I till today feel that any challenge which comes to us, that means we have the capacity to deal with it. Once we face it, resolve it, our personality will be elevated. ಪ್ರತಿ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ, ಪ್ರತಿ ಕಷ್ಟ ಎತ್ತರಕ್ಕೆ ಬೆಳೆಯಲು ಇಡುವ ಮೆಟ್ಟಿಲು ಇದ್ದ ಹಾಗೆ. That's how we should perceive. Most of the time we regret about our past. I couldn't do well in SLC, I couldn't do well in PUC, I would have done that, I would have done this. These are the ailments or weaknesses which were responsible for that. This is the reason which made me to back off, withdraw. That's why I withdrew. Anta ella, we gave so many reasons. Any day we can start our day afresh. What is done cannot be undone. We shall not regret about the past. Think that this is the first day in the rest of your life. The day we believe, the day we realize that I have something great to do, we should mark that day as the first day in the rest of our life. We should start afresh. There is nobody who is perfect on this earth. Human being meant to, or that is nature's law maybe. We are bound to commit mistakes. But whether that mistake is malified mistake or bona fide mistake will decide the size of our success or our future. So whatever the challenges we take in our life, that those challenges will elevate us. So loppada guda, if we have that character in us, nothing can defeat us. Swami Vivekananda once said, ಮನುಷ್ಯನನ್ನ ಸೋಲಿಸುವ ವಸ್ತು ಜಗತ್ತಿನಲ್ಲಿನ್ನೂ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಯಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. That force, that power, or that thing is not yet invented or discovered which can defeat a man. Anything is being done so far, anything that is achieved so far, it is the human effort which has led to that success. ಹಾಗಿದ್ದರೆ, if there is nothing which can defeat a man, and if we have so many examples in front of our eyes who have came from the scratch, Mokshagundam Vishweshwaraya, he hails from a small village here in Chikballapura called Muddenahalli. I have come to know that he used to travel, he used to come by foot to Bangalore city during his school college days. He used to take classes for the students to meet his expenses of school, college and even home. And he used to reside in the classroom where he used to teach because of the distance. Early morning he used to get up and come to the school. A person who lived 100 years, a person who is another name for hard work, perseverance, and what should I say, indigenous talent, which is responsible for today's so many first in India. If that person can do, a person who is to sleep when his father was awake, and when he used to read, his father used to sleep. Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, who is till today known as the another name for knowledge, another name for self-dignity, another name for emancipation of all the evils that used to be practiced in olden days. We have to draw, we have to take inspiration and lessons from those histories. History is just not a book or a written document which is meant to read and take marks. There are hundreds, thousands of lessons which we can learn, which we can imbibe, be it Ramayana, be it Mahabharata, be it Bhagavad Gita, be it any holy book, be it any religion, or be it any social reformer. We have a lesson to learn from them. Unless and until during this age, at least 5 to 10 qualities of those kind, if it is not inculcated in our personality, if we are not inspired by those qualities, if we are not moved by those efforts of those great personalities, it is not at all a teenage, it is not at all a complete graduation. It is said that apart from academics, apart from the semesters, apart from the assignments, apart from the field work, apart from the exposure to all the so-called new modern education technologies, if we don't learn, if we don't read at least 10 books which have influenced the human evolution, it is not at all a student life. I used to do it. I can't say about anyone else, but I can always take example from my own childhood. I always relied upon, I always went through, I always got inspiration by the great personalities. Till today, I literally worship, I literally, what should I say, ನನ್ನ ಜೀವ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಬೋದು. Swami Vivekananda teachings, Chandrasekhar Azad and Bhagat Singh. These are the three personalities whom I have accepted as my mentors. I didn't get a chance to see them. ನಾನು ಅವರನ್ನು ನೋಡಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ the moment I start reading about their life, their childhood, their achievements, their thoughts, their feelings, their actions, it makes me, something, if at all I live, I should live like this. If at all I work, I should work like this. If at all I aim at something, I should aim at this. If at all I read a book, that should be this book. If at all I want to meet a person, that personality, that character should be like this. If at all I create an environment as a defensive mechanism, that should include all these aspects which they had, which made them as they were remembered today. Like that, if we frame ourselves, if we form our characteristics, traits and qualities, there is no chance that a person can remain as a normal man. Whichever field he may accept, whichever field he may choose, be it civil service, be it competitive, any other competitive examinations, be it any MNC, be it any entrepreneurship that they want to start, or be it any new initiative on their own, be it any influential factor which made them to choose a certain path, it is impossible for that person to remain as a normal man if they have the qualities of the great. In fact, rotract must be an idea of a single person when it started. It originated. Initially, it took birth in a person's thoughts, then emotions, then actions. There is a concept called TEA, T-E-A, in management concept, which says we are the result of our thoughts. We are the result. Thoughts will lead to emotions, and the emotions will be visible in our actions. The way we think, the way we perceive our thoughts, based on that, our emotions will come. Based on those emotions, our actions will lead to some other actions. So, Adara, that is called also Bhava Shuddhi, Vak Shuddhi, Kriya Shuddhi. Very old traditional lessons which I have learned from Ramakrishna Ashram, which I have learned from Swami Nirbayananda Saraswati, to whom I consider as my guru. So, Vak Shuddhi, Bhava Shuddhi, even if we can't do any great work on this earth, it's okay. It's okay. We should not destroy, or we should not be destructive in nature. Even if great contribution cannot be possible from us, if it's not possible from us, we should step aside. Yes, someone is doing great. Let me be a supportive system to him. Let me assist him if possible. Otherwise, I should not become a hurdle. I should not become an impediment to all those achievements which others are doing in our surrounding. That should be the thoughts. Those things should constitute or rule, influence our thoughts, whatever that may be. Be it Akkidana, which we have done to an orphanage for 1 year. One bogase akke. I heard that rotract, collected one bogase akke from everyone and adopted one orphanage and did it. It may be one bogase akke for you. It may be a small act from 15,000 students, Reva institutions. But for that orphanage, maybe 10, 20, 30 orphan students who are there, it is everything for them. It is everything for them. I heard that this Rukmini Educational Vision Academy, Reva means, which started 14 years back. Initially, this used to be a developers or real estate business firm. One accidental death led to this idea of a person, whoever he may be. That is, you are the result of that thought. He thought started with 200 students, led to accept paramedical and medical courses. All the courses are available here across Karnataka, across India. This is one of the sought after university where discipline and relevant education is imparted to all the students who will become an asset, not a liability to the society. If not liability, at least they will lead their life as expected from a responsible citizen. That is that thought, that moment. They might have started one more MNC like Century, this, that. So many developers, real estate agencies are there who make profit only for them. That too, many folds, not 2-3 folds. Real estate has got a lot of money. If at all there is any area where you have the chance to make money, that is real estate nowadays. Being in police department, I am aware of the nuances of that business. But they thought just something unique. I have taken, there is enough. Let there be a path-breaking decision. Let us do something in the education field. They started, and that thought has taken this shape today. That kind of a thought should be there in us. One thought which came to Swami Vivekananda. Think that all the saints who ever come on this earth, it is said that according to Holy Bible, 125 lakh, 1.25 lakh saints have come on this earth just to tell human beings, just to tell this race what is right, what is wrong. What is that pathya, what is that apathya, what is that we are supposed to do, what is that we are not supposed to do. But this saint, this prophet, he for the first time he told that don't go to God. God is there in everyone. Deena Daridra Devo Bhava. Yelliyavarage, until the last man on this society, till he is emancipated from this ignorance, poverty, and all the new weak things, impediments. I will not want my mukti. I don't want my emancipation. Avare nanna devaru, avare nanna ella sarvasva. Hasidavanige annavanna hakabeke horatu vedantavannalla. For a hungry man, we should feed first, not preach. Feed him first. That thought, in fact, influenced me a lot, because I knew what is hunger, what is discrimination, what is partiality, what is outcasting. All those things, if at all some of you hail from a rural area, and that too from the downtrodden community, you might have witnessed it. Till today it is being practiced. Even in metros. All these days, so many movements were carried out. So many saints, reformers came. Till today that is prevailing in our society. What is that makes? Even after all these technological advancement, educational research, what not? There are so many libraries, there are so many scriptures, there are so many advancements, there are so many noble thoughts, principles. Even after exposure, we the people, till today we practice it. So, where is the solution for all these things? These prevailing problems should disturb your thoughts. And your thoughts, your imagination, or all your efforts should be an effort to give solution to all the prevailing problems. You should not add to the prevailing problems. Your personality, your existence, your education, whatever you have acquired so far in the form of Kannada, English, Hindi, science, physics, social science, civics, management courses, etc. All those things should ultimately help you to find solution to these problems. If it doesn't do so, it is not at all an education. If you can't help a person who is just moving on the road without cloth, without any cleanliness, and if you can't feel that pain for him, I don't think that we are educated. Other person, we should be sympathetic, empathetic. After all, what we take away when we leave this world, ಒಂದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗೋದು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗೋದು. ಅದೇ ಪರೋಪಕಾರಾರ್ಥಂ ಇದಂ ಶರೀರಂ ಅಂದ್ರೆ. ನಹಿ ಜ್ಞಾನೇನ ಸದೃಶಂ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಜ್ಞಾನಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮಿಗಿಲಾದದ್ದು ಇನ್ನೊಂದಿಲ್ಲ. ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಬೌವ್ ದ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಅನ್ನೋದಾದ್ರೆ, ಇಫ್ ಅಟ್ ಆಲ್ ವಿ ಬಿಲೀವ್ ಇನ್ ಇಟ್, ಇಫ್ ಅಟ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿ invocation or the Reva anthem, whatever I could make out from the small heard or those words, that's what it aims at. Converting each student who come from all the way from a village or a town or parents or a lot of aspirations, their expectations. If at all we enter this campus, that is with lot of hopes and expectations. While returning back after completion of graduation and post-graduation, we should carry along with us few weapons which will help us to lead our life, which will make our parents proud and ultimately resulting in society's growth and nation's growth. And what is nation? What is nation? Nation is not something which is aloof. It's not something which is, it starts from a human being. It starts from me. It starts from my family. It starts from my village. It starts from my district, my state. Ultimately, nation. So, if I am doing my best in the given time, that means why I am here, what I am doing, who am I, why I am here, what I am doing. You should have these things. I heard that there are few people who are preparing for civil service here. Around 600, sir, you said, Brother sir told me that around, for the last 6 months, 45 of them have started preparation. Why I became civil servant, why I have become whatever I am today. I come from a tribal hamlet. I am a tribe and I am proud about it. We used to go to the forest and collect the forest goods, come back, sell it in the market, take whatever we need for the week, go back to our gudisala, our huts. Now it is concrete. You might have heard about Kapat Gudda, which is known for its medicinal value, medicinal plants and medicinal value. Now it is protected area. Few years back there was an attempt to do mining, but Karnataka government has left that idea because of the protest of our people. I hail from a small village there. We used to come, ಈ ಬೆಲ್ಲದ ತೊಗಟಿ ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ತುಂಬ್ರಿ ಹಣ್ಣು, ಬಿಕ್ಕಿ ಹಣ್ಣು, ಕವಳಿ ಹಣ್ಣು, these all are, I don't know exact names in English. So all those things we used to collect and come and sell it in Budwara, Sante, Bagewadi. It's a very, we used to come by food, no public transport as such, and sell and take back. I am dropout, 3-time dropout before SLC. 3 times. My teachers used to search me in the fields or in Goa or Coffee Simi, which is Chikmangaluru, Uppinangadi, and they bring back, and only thing they used to tell is that nee parikshe bari, you just write the examination, we will see. I don't know what made, there was, till today there is an urge, in fact, that strength is till today. I am nourishing it, I am uska parivarish kar raha hu main. That energy which helped me, whatever I used to listen, I used to remember. Till today my memory power is, our span of attention is very powerful. If I pay attention, I memorize it, I remember it, and I reproduce it the way I have received it, without any altercation or without any change. I wrote before SLC 3-time dropouts, after that PUC. After PUC, graduation also, along with, I used to work in all the sectors, you name, be it a paper boy, be it a waiter, be it a theatre boy, be it a waiter, or be it a construction worker, labor, agriculture labor. I used to take pride in it. I used to work a lot and come back. Why I chose civil service examination to write is that once I asked, there were a lot of rumors when I was studying. I don't know whether it prevails till today or not. If at all you want to become a civil government employee, you have to bribe. You must be this, you must be that, you must be known to them, you must take shifarish or letters from these people. Then you appear for the interview and all those things, you will be selected. There is a teacher till today who teaches in high school. I asked him one day, sir, is there any job which I can take, which I can afford to become without all these nuances, without all these things which are being spoken about. R.R. Pattan, Ravindra R. Pattan, his name. He is till today a faculty in SJM school. He said, yes, there is a commission called UPSC, Union Public Service Commission, where only merit is regarded. If you write the examination, you can become DC. He said, okay, my name is Ravi D Chennanavar. No? During those days, Chennanavar, they used to, they often pronounce it wrongly. So I made it shortcut, Ravi DC. Ravi DC. So, DC ಆಗಬೇಕು. So I said, okay, non-Ravi DC, I will become DC. That's how my journey started. There is a saying in Kannada, there is a ಬರುವುದೇನುಂಟೊಮ್ಮೆ ಬರುವ ಕಾಲಕ್ಕೆ ಬಹುದು, ಬರುವುದೇನುಂಟೊಮ್ಮೆ ಬರುವ ಕಾಲಕ್ಕೆ ಬಹುದು, ಬಯಕೆ ಬರುವುದರ ಕಣ್ಸನ್ನೆ ಕಾಣ. Whatever that is supposed to come, that will come that on that particular day. But your wish for that, your wish or your dream for that, it is a diksuchi. That's a symbol that it will happen. That's the meaning of it. So I started imagining myself as DC, and I put a board in front of that small Indira Awas Yojana 1984 grand house, which is an old house, that Ravi DC. Kelagade board during those times. Now I don't have a name board in front of my house. Now it is irrelevant for me. After 12 years of service, seeing the police department and different faces of humanity, I don't take pride in prefix or suffix nowadays. I started doing it. Okay, my teacher has told me that there is a Union Public Service Commission which conducts regularly every year examination, and thousands of posts are being filled for different 28 services. Out of 16 are Group A and 6 are Group B. Let me prepare for it. Even though my days were not so easy, I used to wake up at 6 and my day used to end at 1 midnight. APMC, filling the sacks, going to hotel, serving. I enjoyed each bit and each hour of it, except mental trauma, except mental agony or mental pressure that I used to receive from different stakeholders of my surrounding, be it my owner, be it my waiter colleagues, or be it my school classmates, or be it a few people who don't wanted me to learn, me to acquire knowledge. But I used to take it as a challenge. If not me, who else? I have read about Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar. I have read about Bhagat Singh. I have come to know the life of Chandrasekhar Azad, and I am influenced by Swami Vivekananda, and I am influenced by Sir Mokshamundam Vishweshwaraya. This is not that difficult, which they have faced. It's part of it. If I overcome this, definitely I will be something. Definitely I will be something. Then let me face today. Every day my best hours used to be the classroom hours. You know why? Reason being, I need not work there. There was no pressure to work, nothing, just sit and listen the wonderful classroom teachers those stories, lessons, mathematics, science. The moment that I hear the bell of the evening, I used to get scared. Sala, I have to go and work now. So, early morning, my entire preparation used to only to come to the school. That's how. So, my preparation started during those days. Even though I never got a newspaper to read, I never got a magazine to read, but I used to participate in all the cultural activity just to vent out myself, just to tell what I feel about this society. I started writing dramas. It's called one act plays. And in fact, I am this led how these characters will help you in your career which you will choose. There is a Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy for Administration, which is the premier institution and mother institution which trains all the civil servants for foundation course. There, every year they conduct A.K. Sinha one act play. A.K. Sinha one act play. A.K. Sinha is one of the great faculty member who used to teach all the civil servants. I have, because of this trade, I wrote lot of dramas, lot of one act plays, folks, kate, kavana, venting out or giving the literary form whatever I used to feel, giving the drama form, one act form, whatever that used to go inside my mind, thoughts, all those things. I won best director, best scriptwriter, best player, and best one act of the A.K. Sinha. That heading of that one act play was "We Are Jokers." That's a critical vidambanatmaka nataka about the society, how we behave, how we shirk responsibility, how we are happy with finding fault with others rather finding our own. The whole gist, the main theme of the drama was that. So once after completion of a graduation, with 3,000 rupees and 1 quintal book, I landed in Hyderabad, and Hyderabad has given me life. And in fact, I'm very grateful to Hyderabad. There, I made it a point to have good friends. I said in the initial speech itself, whatever we see, whatever we read, whatever the surrounding place, that matters a lot. I used to aim at a very brilliant person who used to be in the class. I used to befriend, मतलब कैसे भी जाओ, कहाँ भी जाओ, उसको मिलो, बात करो, उससे नोट्स लो, उससे मुलाकात करो, कुछ भी, beg, borrow, steal, whatever you want to do. So those, because being with a winner makes you a winner. If you sleep till 7 p.m. and if you want to win the 100-meter sprint, it's not possible. If at all you want to do, you have to wake up early morning and practice. Then only ultimate day that will be seen in your result. Otherwise, it will not be. Ee jagattu sadhakana swattu. It doesn't belong to somaris. It doesn't belong to lazy fellows. Bhagavad Gita says, Dhira Bhogya Vasundara. That means this earth, Mother Earth, wants or will be happy to be ruled by Dhira, Shura, a person who is brave, valiant, who is visionary, who is embodiment of all the great qualities or traits which will be described in all Purana, Kate, mysteries. ಅದೆಲ್ಲದರ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯಿಂದ ಆಳಲ್ಪಡುತ್ತಾಳೆ. She will be very happy. She wants to be ruled by those people. And history is witness for all those things. Whoever has made their end, just completed your graduation and you are here in Hyderabad. First year you will clear prelims. Second year you may clear mains. Third year you might get a rank. I said, I don't have that much time. I am not here to do research. I have not come here to do PhD. I have not come here to do thesis. I am here to understand what UPSC expects from me. And I will deliver it and I will go back to my place as early as possible. I started my preparation in 2008 July. August 14th I received my prelims result. And that time was the toughest time of my life. Remember, is there anyone in this hall who have continuously for 3 days who stayed without food, without this thing? Nothing, no one. I used to be like that because at that time I stopped working. Anyone from Hyderabad, Bawarchi, you know? Bawarchi, RTC Cross Road, Sanjota, Sujata, Odeon Theatres, yeah. All those places I have worked part-time. But once I cleared my prelims, I stopped working because I had to focus on prelims. RC Reddy, there is an institution, there is a library. The first decision which I took there was, I should be the first person to enter this library and the last person to get out. That library has that strength. And I am not a member of that institution. They will not allow me. What should I do? I befriended again the watchman. I am good at it, in fact. With a person who are humble background and normal people, I gel well because that likes attracts likes, you know. I know what he is because I have gone through all those phases in my life. So I used to be the first person to enter, study, nothing else. Why I said initially that I am the result of education or jnana, just but for education, I am nothing, zero. Started reading, I used to get bored initially. 20-25 minutes if I read, that's the end of the span of attention. Again I have to read. Sometimes question paper, question during examination, I used to go sit. Very well I was aware of the answer, but once I come out of the hall, then only I used to come. I used to memorize it. When I was sitting in examination hall, I never used to recollect it, remember it. Does it happen with you also? ನಿಮಗೂ ಆಯ್ತದಾ? ಓ ಹಂಗೆ ನನಗೂ ಆಯ್ತಾಯ್ತು. It used to happen with me. So I used to crimp. I used to ask myself, am I really eligible to become a civil servant? This is so vast. This is so lengthy. I am unable to understand. And every test I used to attend, I used to score very less. 15 out of 100, 20, 25 out of 100 in the initial 3 months. Every time I used to make my teacher's life miserable, literally. I used to go and sit with him. Why these many marks? What is that there in the person who has scored well? What should I improve? How should be my introduction? How should be my body of the answer? What is that I use? What is that I should use to give a pictorial depiction of the answer? Every day used to be a literally hectic day for me, but I prepared well because I didn't had any option. Most of you will be having the same situation, but we take it lightly. What is most important is time. This 25 years of your life, first initial 25 years of your life is called as brahmacharya, which is only exclusively meant to acquire knowledge. ಜ್ಞಾನಾರ್ಜನೆಗಾಗೆ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಜನೆಗಾಗೆ ಸೀಮಿತವಾಗಿರುವ ವಯಸ್ಸು. This first 25 years. After that it is grahasthashram for 25 years. After that, next 25 years for vanaprastha. After that, if at all we live, that is for sannyasa. It is not only meant for those yatis who wear khavi, who have kamandala, rudrakshi, no. It is given as a written document for all the human beings. That was meant. It's a mother deed, which should I say that can be practiced by, that shall be practiced by everyone. So if at all this 25 years is only exclusively meant and dedicated for jnanarjane, we should acquire those knowledge. Yes, I am aware that you will have some age related wishes. ವಯೋಮಾನ ಸಹಜವಾದ ಅಭಿಷ್ಟೆ ಮತ್ತು ಇಚ್ಛೆ ಕುಚೇಷ್ಟೆಗಳಿರ್ತದೆ, ಬಟ್ ದಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಟು ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ರೋಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇಯಿಂಗ್. ವೈಲ್ ಈಟಿಂಗ್, ಈಟ್ ವೆಲ್. ವೈಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇಯಿಂಗ್, ಪ್ಲೇ ವೆಲ್. ವೆನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ವಿತ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, laugh, crack the joke, but it should not hurt others. And more often you should focus on yourself only. Because at the end of the day, what matters is what you are. ನೀನು ಏನಿದೆಯಾ ಅನ್ನೋದೇ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರ್ ಆಯ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಮೊದಲ 25 ವರ್ಷ we have to focus on acquiring the knowledge. And what society requires, that's what I was telling. What UPSC expects from me, what UPSC expects, it wants an average graduate person who can understand the relevant problems of the society and who can become a solution to it, who can be sympathetic, empathetic, and who can see the pain of others, who can feel, who can become a solution to them. Given a chance, if you become the district collector, how will you run the district? If you become superintendent of police, how will you deliver justice? How you will help that criminal justice system to run smoothly? How we will see to that atrocities are prevented? How we will work towards prevention of crime, detection of crime? How will you bring that governance to the doorstep of the citizens? That's what they see. Why IIT, IIM, even the toppers fail? There are examples. MD, DNB, or so-called scholars from hailing from the best universities. It is a personality test. UPSC, Union Public Service Commission, holistic approach is there to the entire examination. It's just not the test of knowledge. It is not just test of the some facts, events, and some other analytical skills. Overall personality is being tested, and they rate upon us. Otherwise, this country would not have been the country it is now. It is a body, it is a commission which sees you holistically. ಪರಿಪೂರ್ಣತೆ ಇರುವುದ ಕಡೆ ಆ ಪರಿಪೂರ್ಣತೆಯನ್ನ to have that holistic personality, I don't see any other place better than Reva University, and especially Bangalore. Bangalore is the best blessed place, most sought after city in the entire country to settle. Whoever comes here as a student, whoever comes to work here, they settle here. They will never leave this place. That's why its growth is so rapid, especially towards North Bangalore. We may reach Chikballapura in another 1 decade. So, that should be your attitude. So understanding the relevancy, understanding the problems will help you to form yourself in a better manner. ಆ ಥರ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಮ್ಮ ಸಲಹೆ. ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಸೆಡ್, ಧೃತಿ, ಸೋಲೊಪ್ಪದ ಗುಣ, there is nothing which can defeat you. Often we are afraid by the rumors, misnomers, misconceptions. There is nothing. Don't listen to others, listen to you first. And don't bother about it. It should not matter what others say about you. It should not matter to you how people think about you. It should not at all matter how they perceive you. कभी भी नहीं रहना चाहिए. And this world is very tricky. This is very tricky. And once you become a successful person, they will say, I knew that he will become a successful person. Somewhere if you fail, वो कहेंगे मुझे पता था ये ऐसा ही होगा. I knew that this bugger will somewhere commit this mistake and he will meet with this fate. That's how they say. So it is up to you how you will take it, where you will go. Only thing which matter to you is that your feelings, your thoughts, your surroundings, and your actions should always monitor you. You should put Lakshmana Rekha to yourself. One of the qualities is Indriya Nigraha. I had the wish to have good food, to have bawarchi biryani, non-veg. People used to go to Srisailam, Mallikarjuna, Golconda Fort, Ramosi Film City, and Telugu movies, that too, very tempting movies. Every time new release used to make me to feel that I'm weak, I'm unable to afford it. But I wrote down all those movies' name in a diary. I wrote down all those dishes which I wanted to eat. I decided not to eat till I become a civil servant. Once I became on May 6, 2009, I ate everything. All movies. I brought a DVD, CD, Subah, Sham, Din, Raat, Dekhna hi Dekhna. There will be a time for everything. Each time you will have your time. अपना time आएगा. So कब आएगा, कैसे आएगा, उसको तय करना आपके हाथ में है. How it will come? If you spend your present valuable time thinking about all nonsensical things or irrelevant things which will never add value to your personality, which will never add value to your academics, which will never add value to your whatever your wishes and goals are, those things actually will damage you. Those things should become poison for you. Whatever that will help, whatever that will contribute to your goal, that should become the first priority of your life. This is the basic difference between a successful person and not successful person. You see, there will be a person among you who will be very good in academics, who will be very good in cultural activities. He will play with you, he will laugh, he will spend time with you, but the moment he goes to his room, his priority, he will finish off. Be it assignment, be it reading, be it meeting people, that quality they will have. And it is different that different people, all of us have different capacities. There are people called Ashtavadhanis. You know Ashtavadhanis? Shatavadhani anta irtare. That means Simultaneously he can listen to 100 people, remember all the questions, and he can answer in the required format only to all the 100 people. Recently there was one 13-year-old Jain girl, a saint, who is called, who took that Shatavadani Patta. I have witnessed it. Just I wanted to see whether it is myth, which I have read in all the holy scriptures, whether it is being done, still today it is being done, practiced. I went and I witnessed, yes, there are people. Adu tapassina phala. It is all the result of that dedication, that devotion, that ಅದರ ಫಲ ಅದು ಈಗಲೂ ಆಗಬಹುದು. ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಅ ಮ್ಯಾನ್. ಚರ್ಮದೇಹಧಾರಿಯಾದ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಇದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಚರಿತ್ರೆಯಲ್ಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿಚ್ ಅ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಅಚೀವ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ವೇ ಅಮಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ 83 ಕೋಟಿ ಜೀವರಾಶಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ form of a species is human being only. So we have to take the best out of this. ಇದರನ್ನು ಪರಿಪೂರ್ಣ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಸೋಲೋಪದ ಗುಣ, ಇಂದ್ರಿಯ ನಿಗ್ರಹ, ಕ್ಷಮ, ದಮ ಈ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ am I crossing my time limit, sir? ಹೌದಾ? Can I?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you have any questions, instead of being it monotonous, if you have any questions, I will be very happy to answer that. Whatever you feel, whatever you can ask. Reserve it for the last few minutes. So, ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಂದ ಅಸಾಧ್ಯವಾದದ್ದು ಯಾವುದು ಇಲ್ಲ. And I have seen it. I have experienced it. My life is an experiment with all these principles. My life is an experiment with all these tested principles. When our teacher used to say that during 12th century, Basvanda has done intercaste marriages and a Dasoha, Kayaka principle. I used to question him, how it is possible? Till today I see that atrocities are untouchability in my village, where water, food is not given in proper manner at all. We have tea stalls, we have tea shops where we go and take tea in paper cup. We have a Gram Panchayat president who is not allowed inside to occupy his lawfully deserved seat. It's not possible. It's not happening in my village. You are lying. I used to ask him. He used to tell, any change comes with an effort, with some sacrifices. That is history. So you have to do some effort. You have to assert yourself. You have to be aggressive. Then it will come. Oh, I have to be aggressive. I have to assert myself for my demands. Okay, I am a citizen. I have these rights. Throughout my career, I did it. I was a student leader. The way your present president is there, taking from first 7th, 8th, 9th standard to whenever there used to be protest, I used to be in the front line. Whenever glasses used to be broken, I used to be the first one. Whenever there used to be a voice against injustice in hostel, for not giving good food, for not giving scholarship, for being impartial towards particular issue, I used to be there. Once during first year PUC, my result, I was placed in 3rd place instead of first. ಅಂದರೆ ಥ್ರೂಔಟ್ ನಾನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ. ವೆರೆವರ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಐ ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ by my own hard work. So they placed me 3rd. So ikkata ho gaye, 1,000 people, all students gathered and started protesting. It cannot happen. I want to see my all answer script. I want to see, at least tell me how many marks I have scored in all 6 subjects. They went on telling statistics 100 out of 100, English 80, social science 96, all these things. I don't remember, somewhere there. But Kannada, they have made it 58. I was so good in Kannada that I used to take the class on behalf of my lecturer. I asked him, is it possible? Nothing, it cannot happen. Now I want to see my answers sheet itself. I went and checked. There was a miscalculation. So completely ransacked the college. And then I wrote in my own handwriting, Ravi DC first. So questioning, asserting, fighting for your rights should be the basic quality. We should never compromise. We should never sacrifice our self-dignity. There is nothing which is more than a self-dignity. Let me remain as a Paura Karmika. let me remain as a waiter, let me remain as an agricultural laborer, let me remain as a construction labor, but I should have my dignity. ಕಾಯಕವೇ ಕೈಲಾಸ. ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಒನ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರೂ ಮುಖ್ಯರಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರೂ ಅಮುಖ್ಯರಲ್ಲ. ವಿಶ್ವಕವಿ, ವಿಶ್ವಮಾನವ ಕಲ್ಪನೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಕುವೆಂಪುರವರ ವಾಕ್ಯ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರೂ ಮುಖ್ಯರಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರೂ ಅಮುಖ್ಯರಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ನಮಗೆ ಶ್ಯಾಮ್ ಸರ್ ವಿ ಸಿ ಆಗಿ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕೋ, ನಮಗೆ ಒಬ್ಬರು ವಾಚ್ಮನ್ನು ಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ವೇ? ವಿ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ ಅ ವಾಚ್ಮನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ವಿ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ ಅ ಸ್ವೀಪರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. The way you have kept your toilets, I was very much impressed. In fact, I went to that shows attention to details, meticulous planning. How should be your toilet? Where should be that paper napkin? Where should be that dustbin? All those things. So we require even a person who works in auditorium, who takes care of this mic system, who cleans it. So our Rotti Gaurava, dignity of labor, should be honored. And whoever does his work, whoever takes his profession with that passion, that aptitude, he can't remain as a normal man. He will excel in his field. Why police department is known for its negativity? Or why we don't feel like going to the police station the way we go to other institutions? Because our role is regulatory in nature. When initially in 1861 Police Act came into force, it was the result of revolts. That act is the result of revolts. 1857, first freedom struggle. Wherever there were armies and platoons, Indian soldiers started revolting against them and said that this is India, you have to quit. We will not touch that cow meat, that that initially when that cartridge was introduced with the meat, with pig and cow, one particular section refused, stating that we consider it as holy. Another section said that we consider it as negative, we will not touch it. So then the revolt started, Mangal Pandey and all those people. So till then, law and order used to be this subject, and it used to be monitored by the local, those viceroys, governors and army people, or the so-called samanthas, by themselves. All the punishment and everything used to be delivered by them only. Then they got shock. Arey, hamara aadmi, our own weapon, our own recruits, killing our own officers. How we should control these people? Then they brought Indian Police Act in 1861. The whole aim was to curb insurgencies and revolts and these movements. So it is in our blood, I think, that oppression. Even till today in India or in your local area, if a PSI is full jor, ಅವನು ಜೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ದ ಅಂದ್ರೇ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಆಫೀಸರ್, ಖಡಕ್ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ರೋಡಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದು ಹೊಡಿಬೇಕು ಅವನು, he should come on the street and hit, then only he is Singham. Singham is a negative connotation. In fact, it's an over exaggerated form of a cop. We cannot live a life of a Singham. It's impossible. No one have lived, or no one can ever live it. Can anyone chase a Scorpio? But Ajay Devgan does it. Always. Can anyone beat simultaneously 50 people and all flying in the air? It is impossible. Can police force remove upper shirt and come on road with a white banyan Ramraj? Is it possible? No, no. And which PSI will have a Scorpio or Safari as his vehicle? Have you ever seen? No, no. Even I have that Innova Krista after long fight. Being IPS Senior Superintendent of Police, who is at the verge of promotion, and we have it, and we don't have that macho style of working style. No. We are meant, we are recruited, trained, paid to be empathetic. We are paid to listen to the problems. So, our duties, powers are regulatory in nature. 3 of your friends will be coming in trips. Suddenly we stop. Will you like it? You don't like it. You might have done a weekend party, a birthday party, you might have taken few beers. Few, beer kuditiralla. ಈಗ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಓಕೆ ಇದು ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸರ್ ಇದಾರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯು ಟು ಊದಪ್ಪ. ನೋ, does anyone like it? There will be a small quarrel about brush or kitchen matter in the family, and wife gives a complaint and husband is called and made to sit whole day in the police station. Irrespective of his designation, maybe he is a software engineer, he may be working in a Siemens company or Microsoft, Infosys, or he may be a UGC scale lecturer. Our constable doesn't understand all those things. You are an accused, that's all. You will be made to sit. Inge. The voice picture, the bass voice will be that much. Who likes it? Basically, we are here to regulate a person from doing wrong things. So, here, your freedom is curtailed. You have that wish to do few things. You want to go and have the feel of that air, that's why you are not wearing helmet. Suddenly we come. Shivpujil karade tara. Yak helmet hakila. You might be going towards Nandi Hills. You have that fresh air. We stop you. Does anyone like it? No? You might be sitting with your beloved in a park. We come and beat. Yak ilidya? Photo tagabaka? Then the other person of you is visible there. So, because of the functions are the duties entrusted to us by the Indian Constitution, CRPC, IPC, Indian Evidence Act, we are being blamed. There is nothing wrong. It's not our fault that we want to do all those things, but we are bound to do it. If not we, who else? If not we, who else will do that job? This is the job requirement, that our nature is like that. Of course, I accept that there are few mistakes often committed by our lower staff. Now it has improved a lot. Take me for granted. There are people who are coming as a police constable, PhD holders, doctorate, MPhil, civil, BTech. I have recruited the other day who is MTech. And our perks, salary is very good. Almost 50,000, around 50,000 we get. 2 BHK in a metro city. And HRA, TA, DA, school, everything. Police constable job or a service, no more a job which is not liked by others. For 50 posts, I got 15,000 application. We are the recruiting agency. 15,000 for 50 posts. Why? There is a guarantee. There is a guarantee of 60 years of tenure, salary, and once you get recruited to government, it is very easy to get enter. It is very, very difficult to remove a person from government service, even after committing murders, even after committing robbery, dacoities. So the first thing which I will do, if at all I given an opportunity, that there should be smooth removal system. One mistake, it should be removed out. No cat, no stay, nothing. We might be fighting thousands of cases in service matters. So, what I wanted to say is that nature, duties, these all are attributes of the profession which we choose. So don't have any negativity about the police department. We are good, and if you face any problem, have the space to approach senior officers. At least SHO, that is police inspector, they will be empathetic. If you approach one rank above, that is ACP, DYSP, they will be much matured, experienced. If you approach one rank above, that is V, Superintendent of Police or Deputy Commissioner of Police, learned, exposed to a lot of things, by training, by exposures, by experience, we will be helpful. If you go above me, also the value addition goes on happening. So that should be the attitude. To conclude, I would like to say that never ever give up. Have a higher aim. Take all those, armor yourself with all those qualities which will make you an asset to the society. Be it Kshama Guna, be it Solopada Guna, be it Indriya Nigraha, and be it Vinaya, Vidya, Satya, Akrodam, Asteyam, Kalatana Madadiruvudu, ನಾಟ್ ಸ್ಟೀಲಿಂಗ್, ಕ್ರೋಧಗೊಳ್ಳದೇ ಇರುವುದು, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಆಲ್ ಅದರ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಕೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ. ಒಬ್ಬ ರೈತ ಬೆಳೆ ಬೆಳೆಯುವ ಮೊದಲು ಭೂಮಿ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅಲ್ವೇ? ಹಿ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್. ಹಿ ವಿಲ್ ಕಲ್ಟಿವೇಟ್, ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ರೋಟೋವೇಟರ್, ಡಬಲ್ ರೋಟೋವೇಟರ್. ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರಿಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಎನಿವನ್ ಹೂ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್? ಓ ಗುಡ್, ಓಕೆ, ಬಿ ಪ್ರೌಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಅನ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ. ಸೊ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದೆನ್ ಹಿ ವಿಲ್ ವೇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಮಾನ್ಸೂನ್ ಆರ್ ಡ್ರಿಪ್, ವಾಟರ್ ಇಟ್, then sow the seed. Then along with the seed there will be weeds. Even though we have sown seeds, weeds will come on their own. Nobody sows weeds. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಳೆ ಯಾರು ಬಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಆದರೂ ಬಂದು ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ, ಬೆಳೆ ಜೊತೆ. ಸೊ willfully, forcefully we have to remove the weed. Willfully, forcefully, with effort we have to remove the weed. It applies to us also. There will be few qualities in us like weeds which requires willful efforts to remove. For that our satsanga will help. What is satsanga? Having few names in your mind. These are the 10 personality whom I want to meet. These are the 10 personality whom I can't meet but I can read about them. They have influenced the entire world by their life. Let me read about them. These are the 10 personality who are alive. Before they die, you must meet them. I have a list like that. These are the 10 places where I want to go. These are the 10 things which I want to do before I rest. Like that. These are the 10 chap or marks which I want to leave. This will take you very in a different altitude altogether. Apart from academics, this should be there. If it is there, academics is nothing. Academic syllabus, framework, assignments, you will excel. That trait will be visible. It will be seen in your behavior. It will be seen in your speech. It will be seen in your day-to-day activity. It will be seen in your surrounding. ಪ್ರಭಾವಳಿ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ, ಪ್ರಭಾವಳಿ. ಆ ದೇವರ ಪ್ರಭಾವಳಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಇದೆ. ಯು ಸಿ ಎನಿ ಗಾಡ್, there will be one white this thing that is called as ಪ್ರಭಾವಳಿ. That is the result of their ವರ್ಚಸ್, their ಚರಿಷ್ಮಾ. ಸೊ ಆ ಥರದ್ದು ಒಂದು ನಿಮ್ಮದು ರೂಪುಗೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಟೆಲ್ ಯು, ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಇಟ್. I have read more non-academic books till today I read than the academics. What this world requires is that kind of an approach. After all the courses which we are studying, for what purpose we are studying? To help the needy people? Study what a doctor will do, what an engineer will do, what an PR or HR of a company or a software engineer will do. Ultimately he is finding solution to some problems which is assigned to him. In that case, why can't we take the greater role? Why shall not we be ready for that? That should be the aim of us as a students. You are lucky. I hope there are so many, almost 2.5 billion people who are without education. 15 laksha, 1.5 million people will not get 2 meal a day. There are so many child labor. Just visit surrounding places wherever the construction is taking place. You will find so many our North Karnataka people. On chikka jolige, there will be kid, the husband and wife will be working. Or small 3-year kid will be taking care of 1-year kid. You might have come across those scenes. So are we not blessed? Are we not fortunate that we are sitting in AC hall, Kuvempu auditorium, and having the opportunity to meet achievers. In Upanishad, Yama says to Nachiketa that Nachiketa, it is very rare that a person gets an opportunity to listen ಸುವಾರ್ತೆ ಸದ್ಗುಣಗಳನ್ನು ಕೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶಗಳೇ ಸಿಗಲ್ವೋ. Blessed are those people, fortunate are those people who will get an opportunity. Repetition happens very rarely. Even if we listen once, they will not change. Nachiketa, it should be drilled down. It should be inculcated by telling again and again, again and again. That's why so many homas. That's why so many pujas. That's why so many traditions. That's why so many rituals. By those rituals, by those Undime, Amavasya, Yugadi, or any other traditions, they are trying to re-inculcate or reassert, reform, again and again, do their effort to make it strong. ಪದೇ ಪದೇ ಹೇಳಿದ ಹಾಗೆ ಈ ಸುವಾರ್ತೆ ಸದ್ಗುಣಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳೋದು ಅಂದರೆ ಪೊಲೀಸರು ಸೇವಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ದಂಗೆ. ವಿ ಡೂ ಇಟ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಹಿರಿಯ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೆಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಗೇನ್. ವೈ ಯುವರ್ NCC ಪೀಪಲ್ ಡೂ ದ್ಯಾಟ್, ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ರೈಟ್, all those things, such that it should become our muscle memory. If you say about turn, he will not ask anything, he will turn about, that's all. So that should become our muscle memory, our qualities. If you have those kind of qualities, your life will be beautiful, and you will reform or form yourself or convert yourself as an asset to the society. And don't have any wrong notions. I told you about books, and which books? Again, Swami Vivekananda has told, read those books which are written by Drishtara, who went after finding the ultimate truth, who found it, who did an effort at least. ಅಂತಿಮ ಸತ್ಯವನ್ನು ಕಂಡು ಹಿಡಿಯಲು ಹೊರಟ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳನ್ನು ಓದಿ. ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಸಿಗ್ತವೆ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ತಿಪ್ಪೆ ಆಯ್ತದೆ ತಲೆ. ಡೋಂಟ್ ಬಿ ಬಾಕ್ಡ್ ಡೌನ್ ಬೈ ಆಲ್ ದೋಸ್ ಐಡಿಯಾಸ್. ಎಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ 5 ಐಡಿಯಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಬೈ ದೋಸ್ 5 ಐಡಿಯಾಸ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಎಲಿಜಿಬಲ್ ಟು ಆರ್ ಫಿಟ್ ಟು ರೂಲ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್. ಏನೋ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಊರು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಅಥವಾ ದೇಶ, ಆ ಥರದ್ದು ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಆ ಥರದ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳನ್ನೇ ಓದಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ, ಇಫ್ ಎನಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್, ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್. ಎನಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್? Yes, sir. That lady, yeah.
Sir, is training is necessary for UPSC aspirant to clear UPSC?
I didn't get you, ma. What is that word?
UPSC aspirant to clear UPSC, is there any necessary for training?
Training,
Yeah.
coaching. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I can give 100 examples who have cleared UPSC without any formal coaching. Dr. D.M. Venkatesh, who was Haveri Deputy Collector, Mandya DC, Ramnagar DC, who is my batchmate, he cleared without coaching, without training. But his history is like this. He's topper everywhere. While he wrote examination, while writing itself, he was MD DNB. In Victoria Serving Hospital, he used to take 2.5 lakh salary, outsourcing. When he joined, it became 28,000. Initial payment of us. He can understand, he can read, he can write, he can recollect anything that he reads. He's brilliant. I consider myself as a person who should be told again and again. ನನಗೆ ಹೇಳಲೇಬೇಕು. ಆಂಜನೇಯ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ, ನಾನು ಆಂಜನೇಯನ ಭಕ್ತ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅವರ್ ಪವರ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ರಿಮೈಂಡೆಡ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಗೇನ್. ನೀನು ಇದನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀಯಾ ಅಂತ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಐ ರಿಲೈಡ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಗುರೂಸ್. ಫಾರ್ ಆವರೇಜ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ವೈ ಕೋಚಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಸೆನ್ಸಿಯಲ್. 1.5 million, 15 ಲಕ್ಷ ಜನ ಬರೀತಾರೆ ಪರ್ ಆ್ಯನಮ್, and the posts are 1000. IAS will be around 100. Out of 100, 60 will go. 32 to OBC, 15 to SC, 8 to ST, and criminal layer 10. How much is left out? 10, 32, 15, 8. I'm not that good at maths. Left out. Rest is only for GM candidates. Okay? IPS 150. Again, same policy. Left out few. IAS, IPS. Rest all are central services. IRS, IT, Customs, Railway, Postal, Andaman Nicobar, Gested, this, that, Defense, Accounts. Adella. To compete with them, And who all write this examination? All the best men of this country who are introduced to the concept called UPSC. Who have heard or who have the influence, who have seen, read, they make an attempt. It's not that all the 15 lakh are brilliant. Let me tell you, half of them will be just ನಾನು ಬರಿತೀನಿ ಕಾಲರ್ ಇದು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಪ್ರೈಡ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿರ್ತಾರೆ. And all these best brain trained to such a level that they are literally spoon feeding will be done to them in Delhi, Hyderabad, coaching institution. They anticipate, they predict questions. This year, this was asked. Last to last year, this was the question asked on this topic. This year, this must come. This will come. Prepare on it. They will give 3. Out of 3, 1 will figure. That kind of a training, that kind of a meticulous attention is given to the preparation in coaching institutions. We have to compete with them now. To compete with them, we require at least 1 exposure. Nowadays, everything is available on internet. But a physical classroom can never match this online training. That's something else different. I will tell my example. Sosin Tayyaba, you can type the name and you can Google it. Sosin Tayyaba was my teacher, a young lady from Hyderabad. Myself and my batchmate, Kalyan Revella, were room partners. Every day I used to go and sit with ma'am and I ask her hundreds of questions. Madam, this, that, and really. It is her personal attention towards me. It is Kalyan Revella's guidance and friendship which made me IPS today. Otherwise, I would not have been IPS. Kalyan Revella married our madam, Sosin ma'am. Both are couples now. So, what I wanted to tell you is that your surrounding, company, and the personal attention, personal correction will play a major role, because each 0.3 marks, 10 ranks vary. Example, 1145 is my marks and my ranking is 703. I am the last person to be inducted into IPS. But at the same marks, there are 10 persons above me, 1145. How the marks are calculated? They will take whether I have the person who has scored more marks than me in interview will be placed above. The second person will be who has scored in essays. The third person will be optional subject. Like this, they go on placing us. So, it is better to get, I hope that there is nothing wrong in going for a coaching for 9 months. At least you will come to know what to do, what not to do. Here, there are a lot of things which we are not supposed to do. There are a lot many books which we are not supposed to read. There are 3 types of books: reference books, textbooks, class notes. Reference books we cannot use as textbook. Textbook can't be relied upon completely to write answers. To understand chapter, concepts, it is relevant, required. But to write, there will be a question stating that explain the salient features of Indian Constitution in 50 words. 15 words. That's how. The word limitation is there. Paragraph limitation is there. Then, when we wrote examination, they used to use supplements. Now, no. Within the prescribed answer sheet, you have to write. So, those are the limitations. To overcome, to fight them, you require. If you think that, like DM Venkatesh or our Dr. Srinivas, those are the few batchmates to whom I know, they have cleared it without coaching. You can very well do if you have that intuition or aptitude to understand things just by seeing, just by reading, if you have the capacity to acquire those skills, you can do it, ma. It's not at all, according to me, I would not have gone to coaching, but nandu solpa urgency, andre speed bala. I had a timetable for myself. Till today I have. By this time I must become this. I have a plan. The way our Indian government is having Niti Ayog, idiyalla, Panchavarshik Yojan, Planning Commission, and a budget which will be presented by Honorable CM the day after tomorrow, 8th. I have my own budget. I have my own planning. ಅದು ಆ ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ಆಗಿಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಬೇರೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಏನಾದರೂ. ಟೈಮ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ವೇ? ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಇನ್ ಹರಿ. I didn't have that time to sit and prepare in Bangalore. I came to Bangalore to prepare. I stood first in Bangalore University for in English department. But 6 ತಿಂಗಳಿಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೊಂಟೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟೆ ನಾನು. I found it insufficient. This will not meet my expectation ಅಂತ. That's why I went to Hyderabad. And people told me to do PG. You are good in this, you can become a good lecturer. And I can till today do, I can teach, na? I am teaching, na? So by becoming IPS, you will not forego that option of teaching. People told you become, then practice this, that, you will clear NEET, the net set, all those things. I said, I know who am I know what to do. Let me focus on myself. ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಒಂದೇ ಮಾತಿಗೆ ಬೆಲೆ ಕೊಡಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಜನ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಗಂತ ಜನರನ್ನು ದೂರನೂ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ ವಿನಯ ಇರಬೇಕು. ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದಟ್ ಕರ್ಟಸಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ವಿನಯ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್? ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಸಿಟಿ. ನನಗಿಂತ ಹಿರಿಯರಿಲ್ಲ, ಶಿವಭಕ್ತರಿಗಿಂತ ಹಿರಿಯರಿಲ್ಲ. ಇವನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ದಿ ಎಪಿಟಮ್ ಆಫ್ ನಾಲೆಜ್, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ದಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದಟ್ ಹ್ಯುಮಿಲಿಟಿ, ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಸಿಟಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿರಿಯರಿಗೆ ಗೌರವ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಮ್ಮ. ಸೊ ಯು ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಬೇಟ whether to go or not to go. You will know that answer. But these are the overall things that you should be aware of. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Hazi.
Why civil servants are entering into politics? We have seen it in Karnataka, we have seen it in Uttar Pradesh, Bihar. Is politics somewhere above civil service?
Yes, a very good question. ನೀನೇನು ರೋಗ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ಯಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ ತಾನೆ? Yeah. His question, I hope you all heard it. Why civil servants are entering into politics? We have seen it in Karnataka, Andhra, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Bihar,
Uttar Pradesh.
Across India, let us take country as a whole.
And especially
Is
when
politics.
elections are near.
Is politics above service? Each place has its own place in the scheme of things. There is nothing great, there is nothing less great, there is nothing superior, there is nothing inferior. It all depends on a person who has taken that assignment, how he thinks, what is his approach towards it. Example, Annamalai, who is my junior and who did extremely well in the department here in Karnataka. He did well here. Suddenly he felt that he can take up a greater responsibility. That's why he went. We should respect the individual decisions. He only knows why he has done it. We may ascribe or attribute so many things to it. He was close to them, this, that, all those things. But it is his life, he has taken a decision. Why? This is a democratic country. And nevertheless, the party in power or government plays a major role in decision making. The person who thinks himself as I can do this. Why I should be here? Think that a person who is driving a Swift Maruti non-AC car, but he is excellent in driving. He is excellent in driving. He can keep his car very clean. He knows who is sitting, what he likes, how to approach road humps, when I start the car, how to take care of my owner. He will aspire to become the driver of a higher version of the vehicle. I have personally seen it. His skills, timing is same, but the place is wrong. So the person, the civil servants who thinks that I can make better, I can take major responsibilities, they go there. Let it be very clear. The people who, so many of us who think that this service is permanent executive, legislature, executive, judiciary. These are the major 3 pillars of Indian Constitution. We feel that we are the permanent bureaucrats. We are the permanent executive. Government will come, government will go, party will come into power and they will go. But ultimately, defining and executing the welfare measures depends on the person who is sitting on a bureaucratic chair. So, ಹಾಗ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡವರು ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ. Those people will not go. Maybe it is a trend. ಯುಗ ಧರ್ಮ ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಕಾಲಕ್ಕೆ. ಟ್ರೆಂಡ್, you know that trend, ಜನ ಮರಳೋ ಜಾತ್ರೆ ಮರಳೋ. ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದ್ಸಾರಿ ನೀವು ನೋಡಿ, I ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೀನ್ ಇಟ್. ಒಂದು ಯಾವ್ದಾರು ಇದ್ರಾಗ ಒಂದು ಏನಾರ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಘೋಷಣೆ ಕೂಗ್ಬಿಡಿ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆರಂಭ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಒಬ್ಬ ಹೋದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆರಂಭ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಕಲ್ತ ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ TCH ಅಂದರೆ D.Ed ಮಾಡೋದು ವಾಸ್ ಎ ಟ್ರೆಂಡ್. ಆ ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ತವರೆಲ್ಲ D.Ed ಮಾಡೋರು, ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಟ್ರೆಂಡ್. ನೀ ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ, ಅವ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಮಾಡಕತ್ತೀನಿ ಆ ಥರ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್, ಬಟ್ ಐ ಸಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಯಂಗ್ಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಟು ಎಂಟರ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಪಾಲಿಟಿಕ್ಸ್. It's my humble and strong assertive message that we should take up politics as career. Who is going to politics nowadays? We blame all those people and we read newspaper or TV, televisions and curb ourselves and we watch that nation want to know this, that. Who have taken politics as a career? Yes, since the way you might be thinking now, I want to enter this company, that company and all those things. I want to become civil service, this, that and that. So, you must take up that as a career. Ultimately, here in country, democratic country, they matter a lot. When it matters a lot, let us enter ಆಗಬೇಕು. Next. ಹೌದಾ? Yes, sir. Last question, sir.
Any book you would like to suggest, sir, for
Swami
personality
Vivekananda.
development of students?
ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದ ಟೀಚಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ DVG ಅವರ ಜೀವನ ತಾತ್ಪರ್ಯ, ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತಾ ತಾತ್ಪರ್ಯ, ಜೀವನ ಯೋಗ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ಒಂದು ಓದಿಮ. ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದ ಓದಿಮ, ಇಡೀ ದೇಶವನ್ನು ಓದಂತೆ. ಭಗತ್ ಸಿಂಗ್ ಆಜಾದ್ ಓದಿ. ಸಿ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಪಾರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ವೆನ್ ಐ ಸೇ ಇಟ್. It need not be because it has influenced me, that's why I am saying. You must ask few people others, but Vivekananda, he's for entire humanity. Reading. Ama, yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
And Baba Sahib Ambedkar, I forgotten. You will come to know the pain. Yes, sir. Last question, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. So, as you said, that well deserves should get a job. Then why this casteism, sir? Because just before you said for DC there are some seats
Yeah,
reserved.
yes.
So we have to remove that, sir.
See, this is it's called affirmative action. Affirmative action. Because of some historical responsibility reasons, it is given to a particular example. My daughters are studying in Sophia School. Bhumi, Aganya. They will get the best. If she asks, morning it is present. She will be dropped in a AC car. At the same time, from the same tribal hamlet where I come from, my friends who have studied or who left education because of other various reasons, their kids are studying in government school. There, with all deprivations. Tomorrow, when Bhumi writes civil service examinations, she will also write. Who will be at a better place? To compensate it, all these mechanisms are done. Yes, it is an ideal situation where this will be removed. Everyone wants it.
Sorry, sir, but when?
When? Yeah. When it all depends on.
Sorry, one, sir. Even I am from a background, sir.
Yeah, I know.
See, even though I am asking this question, sir, because the well-deserved must get
For that, what
whatever.
we should do, for that, what we should do, this education should be nationalized. Whoever they may be, if Rama, Krishna, Ravi, Mehboob wants to study, they should be given an opportunity based on their merit. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸಮಾನ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ, ಯಾವುದರಲ್ಲೂ ರಿಸರ್ವೇಶನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲರ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿಯಿಂದ ಹಿಡಿದು ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರಾಜ್ಯುಯೇಷನ್ವರೆಗೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಅರ್ಹತೆ ಉದ್ಯೋಗದ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ, ಇರ್ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಲಿಜಿಯನ್, ಕ್ಯಾಸ್ಟ್, ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಗಿವನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಡಿ. ಗೋ ದುನಿಯಾ ಜೀತ್ಲೋ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದೇರ್. ವೆನ್ means are not there, end will not be safe. That's why this affirmative action is there. ಎಲ್ಲ ಜಗತ್ತಲ್ಲೂ ಇದೆ, ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿ. Reservation doesn't mean that only for SC, ST. SC it is only for 15%, ST it is only for Karnataka 3%, whereas OBC is 32%. How much? Creamy layer 10%. So, if it is everything is removed, at least education should be given equally to everyone. IAS, IPS ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಇರಲಿ, CM ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಇರಲಿ, ಪ್ಯೂನ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಇರಲಿ, ಜವಾನ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಇರಲಿ, Let them learn in the same school, free of cost. I wanted to do MBBS. I'm a topper. I'm topper everywhere, huh? But with full pride, I am telling. ಪಪ್ಪೆ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಡಿಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ. I wanted to become a doctor. Matlab, when I landed in Karnataka Arts College, Dharwad, they said dissection, this, that, ಹಿಂಗಾಯ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ. I was, ಅಂದ್ರೆ, the thing bombarded on me made me to opt for arts. The way things were being spoken when I was studying about government service and all those things made me to opt Union Public Service Commission, where only merit is regarded. There also, let me tell you, Union Public Service Commission, ranking is done based on merit. Service allocation is on reservation. Ranking is completely done to the 410th rank and 703 rank. Marks difference is only 12. Kiran Reddy, who became an IRS officer, who used to be my faculty, his rank is 410 and I am 703. Marks difference is only 715. This is a debatable long-term issue. For that requires consent. It might happen. See, nothing is permanent on this earth. But whoever takes decision, as he said, that people are entering into politics, you should come up, go to that place, change everything. But always have sympathy for those people who are voiceless, who are downtrodden. That is the ultimate. Daya illada dharma adavudayya. Holy Quran says that if I eat sumptuous food and my neighborhood, if they are starving, this is zahar hai mere liye. That's what it says. It is there in Christianity. That is there in our great Hindu tradition also. ಏನದು ಉಂಬದ ದೇವರಿಗೆ ಪಂಚಾಮೃತವಯ್ಯ, ಉಂಬ ದೇವರಿಗೆ ಓಡಿಸುವರಯ್ಯ ಅಂತ. ಕಲ್ಲನಾಗರ ಕಂಡರೆ ಹಾಲ ಎರೆವರಯ್ಯ, ನಿಜ ದಿಟನಾಗರ ಬಂದರೆ ಕೊಲ್ಲುವರಯ್ಯ. ಈ ಅಸಮಾನತೆ, ಈ ತದ್ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಆಲೋಚನೆಗಳಿರುವ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಈ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಟಿಲ್ ಟುಡೇ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಟ್ರಾಸಿಟಿ ಬಾಸ್. ಯುನೋ, ನಿಮ್ದು ಇಲ್ಲೇ 5 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಚನ್ನರಾಯಪಟ್ಟಣ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಊರಿದೆ, ಏರ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಪಕ್ಕ, ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಏರ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್.
Especially in villages, so.
I am telling about Bangalore, and which is only 5 kilometers away. There, a particular community will not be not allowed to enter the temple. ಯಾವ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಮಾನತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವ ದೇವರು ಎಲ್ಲರ ಕಷ್ಟಗಳನ್ನು ಕೇಳುವುದಿಲ್ಲವೇ, ಅದು ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನವೇ, ಅದು ದೇವರೇ ಅಲ್ವೇ? All because of all these reasons, that's there. Okay, but if you have anguish over it, we should rise above all those things and give solution. We should never stick to particular community, caste, religion. There is nothing called ನುಡಿದಂತೆ ನಡೆ ಇದೇ ಜನ್ಮ ಕಡೆ. ಆ ತತ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. That might end or may not end. It's not in our hand. I am here to execute all the policies of the government. I will be best in it and I will do that.
Thank you, sir.
So, concluding, see how I get lost, how I lost myself. I had an appointment at 12 exactly. I preponed my program before coming here, told your organizers that I will be there by 10, and I was there. But while interacting, I lose control over myself, and I feel that it is my national duty to address all the students, and we are being taught, we are being trained to tell all the student community what is right, what is wrong, and about the government machinery. So I am really grateful to the university, especially Professor VC sir, Professor Biradar sir, and all the faculties and your student community leaders and all the faculty members and you. Hope to have more interactions with all of you, and any problem with related to police department, you can rely upon and you can remember me. I will be helpful to you across Karnataka, not only in Bangalore city, across Karnataka. If you are victim of a particular incident, if you are an accused, I can't help you. So by telling all those things, I wish you all the best. Let the Almighty bless you with all great things. Shakti kodali, yukti kodali, ಈ ದುಷ್ಟತನದಿಂದ ಬಚಾವಾಗೋ ಆ ಸಮಯ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆಯನ್ನು ತಮಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಕಾಪಾಡಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹರಿಸ್ತಾ, ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಬದುಕು ಸುಂದರವಾಗಲಿ. ಗಾಡ್ ಬ್ಲೆಸ್ ಯು, ಭಗವಂತ ಒಳ್ಳೇದು ಮಾಡಲಿ. And thanks for the opportunity given. I am really grateful to all of you who are present in this hall. Thank you one and all.